Howdy, everybody. Drew here with Crispy Donut Community / Daily Knife / Voyage Blade Works. We're all one and the same, big happy family. And today we're going to be talking about what I got from Blade Show, Texas. Okay, so to start with, probably not used to seeing me wearing one of these. Story time right quick on the cowboy hat. So my goal this year for Blade Show Texas was to get myself a cowboy hat. I like the aesthetic. I'm not a cowboy, never claimed to be one, never will claim to be one, but I like the aesthetic, you know, dressing up fancy on a night out, something like that. And I wanted one from Texas. So while we were visiting the stockyards in Fort Worth, we decided to look for a cowboy hat. All of the cowboy hats there were extremely expensive, much more than I wanted to spend. I mean, we're talking $200, $300, $400, $500, $600 for a cowboy hat. Yes, they're legit cowboy hats, but you know, for just wearing it maybe once or twice a year, I was thinking like $7,500 max, right? Went the whole weekend, couldn't find anything. Luke actually sent me a picture while he was in Buc-ee's, while he was still, I guess, on his way home or whatever on Monday, and said, hey, they got him at Buc-ee's. So we, at that point, were already in Mississippi Monday morning, and we decided to stop into Buc-ee's. Lo and behold, they had these. They also sell them at the Buc-ee's in Texas, so I figured it still counts. So got myself a Justin cowboy hat. That's the first thing. Now that we're back to our normal hats, normal quote unquote, I did pick these up while I was in Texas. So House of Blades was so graciously willing to do some hats for us. These are the Richardson flat bill snapbacks. I don't remember the exact model on these. The style 168, so they did them for us in two different colors. This is a leather patch hat, and this is kind of like a faint olive-ish color for us. And then they did the gray with the black back, and we wore these pretty much all weekend while we were in Texas. If you guys are interested in these, we may do a couple small runs in various colors. Look up the style, again, 168 is the style on that. Look up the 168, look at all the colors they offer. And if you want us to do some small batch runs of these, they'll probably run somewhere $25-30, but they are made in-house at House of Blades. So if you like those, leave us a comment down below. If you haven't done so already, please smash that subscribe button, hit the like button, and share this video with your friends. Second pickup, the shirt that I'm wearing. We got these from Big Eye Design. This is their 2025 Texas Blade Show exclusive t-shirt, and these were free, first come, first serve. So that covers the clothing. So one last thing that I did forget is the Big Eye trucker hat that we also got. This is the Yupoong, Yupoong snapback. And this was another Blade Show pickup. So that actually concludes all of the clothing and accessories that way. Now it's time to dive into the actual stuff that you've been wanting to see. You may have liked the clothing and the hats and whatnot, but we're at Blade Show. We're here to pick up blades, right? So I'm trying to go in order in which we actually pick these up. Some of these I picked up just myself, and Luke got something else, and some of it will be kind of overlap between Luke and I because we got the same thing, maybe a different variant, so on and so forth. So the first pickup, and you will be seeing a video on this on the channel, is the Civivi Klingman. So this is a Best Damn EDC Taylor Martin design, and I got mine in the natural micarta configuration. I believe Luke got the OD green, and we grabbed a black G10 for Barbarian Brownie. Love this. It's quite literally a modern traditional. So it is a liner lock design. Got a little bit of jimping up there. You've got thumb studs and a front flipper, which is very, very, very sleek and minimalistic, but works really, really well. And then the deep pocket carry clip, the milled clip. So the Klingman is the first knife that we picked up day one of the show. Okay, so knife number 2. I think we actually got this one prior to the Klingman. Ariana and I were walking by checking out tack knives and tackcom knives, and she picked up this little guy. I will leave a little bubble on the name of this because I do not remember. He had so many different models, but this is a OTF and they were like 70 bucks. The action on it is super easy to actuate and super smooth, and it's got that blue kind of lava or shredded carbon fiber in there. So the inlay there, and then it also has a pretty deep pocket loop over pocket clip there. And this was actually Ariana's one and only pickup for the show. So that is the Tackcom, we'll just call it the mini OTF for right now. Next up, we have the Vosteed Psyop Mini in the shredded carbon fiber, or whatever you want to call that finish. So it's a black carbon fiber, and I wanted to get this in hand prior to actually purchasing it because I have the full-size Psyop. I love the full-size Psyop, but really wanted to get this in hand to see as far as size goes, if it would fit my hand and how I actually liked it in person. And I gotta say, I love this thing. Another thing that we picked up throughout the show were all of these Ranger eyes. So we, up top in the middle, along with Notorious EDC, House of Blades, Jack Wolf Knives, Luft Concepts, Nafs, Vero, and I believe I'm pronouncing it right, Kinnison Knives, all did a collaboration with Earling EDC. And that is Earlings right there. And then all of the other companies have their logos spread out on the Ranger eyes. And the goal for this was to pick up a Ranger eye from all of the companies. I want to say there were 15 bucks at the show. And if you found Earling EDC walking around, he was the guy with the backpack with like 400 of these different Ranger eyes on his backpack. Then you could grab one of his to complete the set. So we thought that was pretty cool, and they were very limited. I want to say that each company only had 30, 35, something like that. I know Earling said that he was going to post what was left on, I believe, his website after the show. I don't know if those are live or not. I don't know if they're already sold out or not, but that was a pretty cool hide and seek kind of contest thing that they had going on during the show. So while we were at the Nafs booth talking with Ben and Austin and all those guys, I decided to pick up the Lander 4. And I went ahead and grabbed the blue Rich Light scales for it and a titanium bead so that it would match a little bit better. And I absolutely freaking love this knife. Comes with a Kydex sheath with a belt loop that you can obviously adjust to vertical carry. And to go along with that, I haven't installed it yet. I grabbed a UltiClip Slim 2.2 and 3.3, and whichever one I like better, I will throw on this and rock this. Two quick things that I forgot to mention while we were at the Nafs booth. The brass lanyard bead actually comes with the knife, and we grabbed the titanium ones. So I've got to find something to put that on. And then Nafs was also giving these away. Again, first come, first serve. I love the creativity when it comes to the swag. Like Big Eye obviously does t-shirts every year at both blade shows. Nafs this year actually decided to come out with a coin/pendant in brass. So you can see the Nafs logo right there. And then on the back it says Blade Show Texas 2025, Fort Worth, Texas. And I believe that is a Lander 2, maybe. But yeah, pretty sweet little coin/pendant from the Nafs booth. So I'm trying to get this video done as fast as I can. I think we've only got 4 more knives. And to talk more about Big Eye, I actually forgot about this, which we also picked up. So this is the collaboration Hank with Renegade EDC or Renegade Provisions Co. This is their right slice fix handkerchief. On the back, you've got lens grade microfiber, and then on the front, you've got right slice fix. Just wanted to throw that in there because I looked at the table to see what was left and saw that sitting there. So next up, Luis from AT Knives came by the booth and said, hey, what's up? He actually had these, I think as prototypes last year when we first met AT Knives, and he's finally got them in, and this is the Halt, H-A-L-T. So the AT Knives Halt in that purple haze carbon fiber with titanium bolster lock, frame lock, liner lock. I don't know what you really want to call that. It's like a sub frame lock, I guess. But these are OEM'd by Bestech, MagnaCut, full tie with the purple haze carbon fiber. And this actually matches my Kaimano from Manganese Steel. And so I went with this one versus, I think he's got 2 other variants. He's got like a, I want to say a green haze micarta or something like that. And then he's also got like a natural micarta similar to the Klingman, but I obviously went for the purple. And really good price on these. They're $250. Comes with a milled pocket clip, very sleek, and incredible action on these. Just love this knife, absolutely love it. Have not had this out of the pocket really since I got it. So the last 3, 2 of the 3 were actually trades. So we'll get to the last one that I picked up from the show, and then we'll go into the 2 trades. So as soon as I saw the Blue Label Chavez's, I knew I had to have one, and I grabbed the gray micarta 229 Tonto blade, and the still on these is Elmax. And for whatever stupid reason, I have no idea why, but the non-skull pocket clip is on it from the factory, and then they include the skull clip if you want to swap. Me personally, and I know a lot of big Chavez fans have no idea why they do that. My suggestion would be to leave the skull clip, and then if they want to switch to the non-skull clip, which is ridiculous in my opinion and a lot of others' opinion, you can do so. But nonetheless, this is the Chavez 229 in Elmax Tonto. And basically the really only difference between the Blue Label and the, standard, if you will, is going to be the blade steel, which is not that different. And it is a liner lock versus a frame lock. The blade thickness, as far as the spine goes, is a little thinner, not that much, but just a little thinner. And then it is a liner lock versus a frame lock. But I love that gray micarta. One of the reasons being is because it may or may not match the Voyage Blade Works Rover pry bar to a T, like just beautifully. Obviously, I've been carrying the Rover pry bar for a while. Have not carried the Chavez that much because I only got it last weekend, but that micarta will obviously darken and match the Voyage pry bar even better. So Chavez 229. And while we have the Rover pry bar up, these are $75 on the website at voyagebladeworks.com. And Vero was nice enough to include a 3D printed lanyard bead with his rain dry from Earling, as well as a Vero 3D printed rain dry. So that was pretty awesome, and I threw that on the Rover pry bar. We couldn't be at Blade Show, hang out with Rick from Ocaso Knives, and not get anything. Rick is a great guy, super humble, has some insanely awesome knives and leather pouches and knife cases, and he's got so much more in the works. We are stupid excited about the OTFs that are going to be coming out soon. But he actually collaborated with none other than Big Eye Designs and has an exclusive mini tie pin with the Ocaso logo at the top. So this is Big Eye's mini tie pin. It's just a twist top, no pocket clip or anything crazy like that. Comes with a lanyard and a tiny tie bead. So pretty small pin, but these are awesome, and we picked those up from Rick. We're getting close to the finish, guys. We are getting close. All right, 2 more knives, and I believe that's everything that I personally grabbed from Blade Show. Obviously a ton of stickers. We in Civivi was handing out basically these huge giant tote bags for free to customers. I grabbed one of those obviously to throw some stuff in and whatnot, but we're down to the 2 last knives. So this one we actually did in a trade with Ryan from Luft Concepts. So this is the Luft LTL. The blade still on this is S45, and then it has got this crazy cool micarta for the handles. Full tang construction, as you can see here, and these are American made S45 dark acid wash. Some crazy cool micarta scales, and it comes with this 3D printed, injection molded, 3D printed, some kind of wizardry. I don't know what the deal is, but it is similar, if not the same polymer that G-Lock frames are made out of. So pretty sweet. It's super minimal. It is reversible. You have the 2 posts there, and it comes with the ulti clip. So it's either 280, 285, somewhere in there, or 290. I know it's sub 300, but S45 American made ulti clip, brand new sheath design and concept from Luft. Pick one up. In addition to that, we did grab the Redeem Creations leather pocket slips for these, just to have a different option. And these have the DCC clips on them. And Ryan was testing these out along with Redeem Creations. Last, but certainly not least, we had actually finished the show up. We were packing up. We were on the way out the door, and were stopped by TC from Smoky Mountain Knife Works. TC was looking to get rid of an OTF. And I said, dude, I've got too many OTFs as it is. I love OTFs, but I don't need another one, blah, blah, blah. Kind of went back and forth. Luke actually brought up the fact that we did have the display Outland, because TC had not actually had a chance to pick up an Outland for himself. And knowing that we're doing away with sprinkle stuff and whatnot, we also had a display Munchkin. And so I traded TC from Smoky Mountain a display Outland and a display Munchkin for this bad boy. This is the Axial Shift. This is S35 aluminum chassis, obviously made in the USA, double edge OTF. So this is a, what is it, DA, dual action. So obviously it's not like a single action OTF where you actually have to draw it back and recharge it. So it is double action. No, I'm not gonna test it on camera or anything crazy like that. Dustin did that a couple years ago at Blade Show Atlanta. It was a whole mess. But theoretically, if you put this up against something hard, the blade will actually come off the track and not keep going. So if it meets resistance, it's gonna stop. How much resistance, I don't know, because again, I'm not testing this out. But pretty slick little OTF, and I was kind of jealous of Ariana's pickup from Tac Knives or Tatcom Knives, and wanted an OTF, and always wanted to try the Axial Shift, and finally have the opportunity. Very deep carry, almost loop over pocket clip. It is reversible, right or left hand carry, and this thing is pretty slick. I love the 3 little lines in the blade on both sides, and then the very discreet logo. Otherwise, pretty plain Jane on both sides. I do like that the body screws are on the clip side, not on the show side. So the show side is completely clean and very smooth action. And again, there's your USA flag, made in America. I know that was a lot longer winded than even I thought it was gonna be. I didn't realize that we had picked up so much at Blade Show. It always happens, and I just found something else that we picked up. I'm going to show that right quick, and then we'll end the video. So, this is the Palmgren screwdriver. So this thing is actually pretty freaking sweet. Obviously, it's a full-size screwdriver, and they are currently not selling these. They're only gifting these when you purchase something else. And so if you like this theme design, we are going to be in talks with them of making one that is a lot smaller for, you know, EDC use. But dude, this thing is sick. So you push it down towards the handle and you've got your bit, right? If you need to change your bit, all you do is push out and rotate, and this holds, I think it's, yeah, 6 bits here, right? And then get this, in the handle you've got another cylinder that you can pop in here. Pop this cylinder down in here, screw that back on obviously, and now you've got 6 more bits. So you've got a total of 12 bits all in one screwdriver. And I mean, who doesn't like the pump action, you know, SGUN concept, right? So quick adjust for, you know, whatever tool you need, and then pop it down and you've got, you know, your Allen or your hex, so on and so forth. So that is the very last thing. The guys at Palmgren are awesome. We may or may not be working with them in the future for some actual show type stuff, you know, storage display type thing. Really excited about that, and the guys over there are just freaking awesome. And they both actually picked up an Outland while at the show, saw that we were talking about it, and really liked the design and everything. They picked one up, both of those guys, and I may or may not be trying to convince Luke to grab a lathe from them. It is going to be a major step up from the current lathe that I have, which is just a cheap, you know, Harbor Freight wood lathe, so that we can get into making some stuff actually in-house in addition to, you know, paracord bracelets. So if you'd like to see that from Voyage Blade Works, you know, we're talking metal, different metal beads and such, maybe some other stuff, maybe, we'll see. But primarily lanyard beads of different variety of materials, and, you know, we can send them off for anodizing or Cerakote, whatever. But yeah, so that is officially everything that we got at Blade Show. Okay, so if you have stuck around for the entirety of this video, I personally appreciate it. Listening to me ramble, listening to me talk. I know I am not on the channel a ton anymore. Just 2 kids, work, life, family, everybody gets it, right? I hope so, at least. But I appreciate you watching. Please hit that subscribe button if you have not done so already. Hit the like button if you liked it, the dislike button if you disliked the video, assuming that you made it all the way through and are listening to me ramble right now. And leave us a comment. What is your favorite out of everything that I picked up at the show? What do you plan on getting after you've seen all of our content from the show, all of the new arrivals, upcoming releases, so on and so forth? What are you most excited about for this year? And we will see y'all in Atlanta as Voyage Blade Works, so keep an eye out for that. We will not be going as Crispy Donut Community. We will be going as Voyage. I think that was one of the things that surprised some people when they came to Texas. They did not realize that we were there as both companies, because we went as Voyage Blade Works. So that was pretty cool, seeing some old friends that didn't know that we were going to be there, and we ended up being there. So yeah, y'all have an awesome day, an awesome week, an awesome month, an awesome year, and we will see y'all on the next video.